dangerous player, Ben Dunk, we know that.
Ben Dunk, I mentioned he's had a good tournament, a beautiful 100 against the West Indies. Mentioned that pick-up pull shot, where he gets himself in a position, gets deep in the crease, opens up the front leg, lays the ball all through the offside and leg side. Such a clean strike with the ball and nimble footwork. It was a great time. Felt quite steady and eyes were fixed. Really, really good.
Thought it was coming back a bit quicker, and once he got himself in the position, probably should have taken the catch.
Yeah, Callum Ferguson just pulling out of the stroke in the end. Callum Ferguson does not have time to get himself in here. Has to go from ball one. Guard rate is 14. A couple of games ago, Ferguson took a long time to get into his groove, then ended up chipping one back.
Yeah, they won't mind this, and you won't mind this because, like you say, he's taking his time to get in, and that run rate is only going one way.
Yeah, Callum Ferguson was caught and bowled Jason Mohammed against the West Indies. Nearly caught and bowled again this evening against Vinny Kumar. Happy fans at the moment, Indian fans who... The team has turned up today in the semi-final. They have turned up.
We've got a problem with the foothold now. Whether one of the ground staff has got to come on just to get one of those sharp trowels type thing, just to chamfer it all out and just take the edges off it.
Chamfer it out? You sound like you're a gardener.
Well, it is. It's gardening, isn't it?
Very posh word. Do you know what it means? Can you spell it?
They're not moving.
He's having his tea.
We don't need that blotter, that's one good thing. Anyway, so it's a bit of a pause in play at the moment. Now, whether it's because of that or whether the bowler, there's something wrong with the bowler as well, Vinay Kumar. Whether it is another injury, a groin, maybe it's not that foothold, it is just the groin. It's not good, a good sign. Droplets caught and bowled a little bit earlier on, whether that was stretched, whether it's cramp. Of course, we're going to see these because of the amount of cricket they've had to play.
Yeah, every side has had their injury woes. Pakistan will be resting up now in Birmingham, going through their post-match rituals and getting ready for tomorrow's final. Marvellous today from Pathan Jr., I'm going to call him. 19 balls. He's always had a very clean left-hander. He doesn't just think leg side. Sometimes you see left-handers and they're only thinking leg side. Yusuf Pathan can hit the ball both sides of the pitch. Superb today, the youngster. India coming good when it matters.
There it is. Well, that's not really a chamfer. That's the big weight that actually smashes it down. I'm not a big keen lover of this one.
Craig Harvey, the head groundsman here at Northampton, been in charge for 8 years. Took charge when he was 20 now. What's this called?
trying to do is just to get rid of the air. Horrible when you land as a bowler. There's an edge that you just your ankle can twist, so he's just smashing down the sides and just trying to get it as flat as possible. Like we said, we've had 7 games in this competition of 2020. There's one more that Northamptonshire took on Durham, so that's 8 games. So you imagine the amount of bowlers that have put their foot into there. There's not actually a big hole to say how many games we've had.
Just thinking back to 10, 15 years ago, maybe Corky, this didn't really come into it that much. He used to bowl a lot of bigger footholes.
Yeah, and that's mainly to do with the drainage and the outfields that are put in that drain obviously a lot of the moisture away from the square, so it makes the square a lot harder. You used to have at times quite soft landing areas for the feet, so there used to be big holes that you would create. We've seen Yusuf Pathan. Let's have a look at Yusuf Pathan if you're just joining us. Half century, dangerous player, 51 from 23.
Yeah, marvellous from Yusuf. Played so well, so powerful. Third half century in a row. To get 350s in a row in T20 cricket is a remarkable effort. Yusuf, when the team has needed him.
57 was expensive. Christian and Doherty were the 2 better bowlers for Australia, one for 25 and 1 for 31 for the left arm spinner. Marsh went early, missed a ball that maybe kept down from Kulkarni, and then Dunk went absolute spectacular catch high in the air from Shukla. Kulkarni got his second. So Finch 16, Ferguson 5, 36 for 2. Yeah, well, we've got this little break. The bowler has left the field at the moment. We're hearing that he's getting a little bit of strapping. He's actually come back on the views. He knows already. I've not even announced it. The bowler's back on. This is a situation. Which one of these teams are going to meet Pakistan in the final? Will it be India? Will it be Australia? Well, in the next, 15.3 overs, Niall? We'll know.
We will.
Vinay Kumar is back on. I think he's been off and had maybe his right groin strapped. So 3 balls to finish in his over. Let's see whether he's off a shorter run. Bounced, didn't he, off that short run with surprise Finch.
Yeah, decent bounce out of the surface. This is a flick the thumb, yeah. The bottom hand, maybe the index finger. As you mentioned, Cork, he's a long way outside his crease. And Vinay Kumar, not as fast as he once was, but still won't appreciate the batter being so far down the pitch.
And whether he's come back on just to get his over out of the way, so it means that somebody else doesn't have to finish his over, because whoever finished his over would then lose an over of his 4 overs. So maybe he's just been told, go out there, get 3 balls done. Still something there, isn't it? That's just seemed away.
I think Aaron Finch realises that as well, so needs to try and cash in here. Don't want to lose one now though, Aaron Finch. Don't want to gift the wicket. Finch is the key, really. Finch needs to get 100 without putting too much pressure on the opening bat.
The run rate now closing in on 14 and a half. Only 3 runs from the over so far. A ball left. Good over. Let's see whether he stays on. 5 overs are done. 37 for 2.
Quickly run. Yep. Left arm round.
competition has lost more than one wicket in the power play. They've been consistently doing really well, but chasing that 254 is the pressure of the scoreboard as well. Pawan Negi, left arm spin up. Well, this is going to be key. And what pace does he bowl? Pawan Negi, you got to put enough revs on the ball, try and keep it away from the hitting zone of the batsman as well.
And this is the way he plays. He's just going to keep going. They have to keep going.
That's what Yuvraj Singh and Pawan Negi would be interested in. Power play done, 48 for 3. Asking run rate now getting closer to 15. That's been the slowest power play score for Australia in terms of number of runs. And that's also because they never lost more than one wicket in the power play. They lost 3. That's the end of the power play as well. So everything working for the India champions at that semi-final game in the World Championship of Legends. The boys finding rhythm. There's the Terminator. An extra bit of bounce, the amount of revs he puts on the ball. Previous outing, Dom picked up 4 wickets.
Well, it's a sort of bowler. He's the sort of bowler you want right now. Because of all his knowledge, his experience, his genius, his magic.
235 wickets in his T20 career.
19 sixes Dan Christian has hit on his own. 19 Ease My Trip sixes. One more than what India scored in that innings. 18 sixes. We have seen some sixes in this competition so far. We've got the final tomorrow. At the moment, it looks like Pakistan versus India.
Oh, he's done that time and time again. The Dusra. See how well the ball just dips on Callum Ferguson. He was looking to get in the big sweep. Yeah, the extra bit of bounce. Look where Robin Uthman took that as well. Dusra again. You'll see plenty of Dusras on that surface from Harbhajan Singh. The experience that he's got, he's not going to try and bowl with any sort of pace to Dan Christian or Callum Ferguson.
Final tomorrow then, isn't it? Back at Edgbaston. wcl.edgbaston.com. Tickets, I'm sure, are going very quickly. At the moment, it looks like Pakistan, India, you never know. In Australia, still have a chance. But get your tickets right now.
Nicely, phenomenal start to Harbhajan Singh. Just conceding 3 runs from that over. 51 for 3. Chase the first 6 overs are key. Well, India champions so far ahead in the game, picking up 3 wickets. We saw a couple that really spun from Pawan Negi, but it's also the trajectory and the number of revs or the amount of revs you can put on the ball. Quicker you bowl, easier it gets to the batsman.
It's brave to lob it though, isn't it? It has to be brave.
Well, you've got the Western Australian champions, team owner Puneet Singh, and the gentleman with the national flag in his hand, Mr. Nishant Pitti, co-founder of the Ease My Trip and also the chief patron of WCI. Beats Robin Uthappa as well. Robin was looking for the wicket as well, but that's going to help Australia champions cause. 4 byes.
Christian is hoping for spin, and hence why he misses it. So is keeper Uthappa, and he just goes on with the arm. Probably watching the shot a little bit too much, the wicket-keeper.
Now, how does Pawan Negi find the right sort of length to Dan Christian? Oh, but that's powerfully struck. Through covers and another boundary there. We got back-to-back boundaries, this with a lot more intent.
Yeah, that one slid through a little bit more, wasn't it? So he's able to get it up and over, direct it past extra cover, change of field. So there's 3 fielders on the offside, on nearly from point all the way behind. There's a deep extra cover, deep long off. A little bit slower.
Watch it, track. It's important for a bowler, for a spinner to find the right sort of length on that surface. When the batsman is looking to play forward, the ball's got to pitch so far from the batsman that is finishing somewhere about the knee height. And that's when you talk about that delivery is going to be hitting the top of any stump. That's the attempted Yorker, the arm ball. Get a couple. 12 from the over, 63 for 3. In a semi-final game, the World Championship of Legends, the kids enjoying themselves. There's the ticket to the final. Pakistan champions already make. To 3,000 runs with a strike rate of 145. He can strike it, make no mistake about it. That's some scoreboard pressure. And with the quality of Harbhajan Singh, slip in place.
Oh yes!
I like the pace of Harbhajan Singh, the way he's been bowling.
You wouldn't say that's one of Harbhajan's better deliveries, but take a wicket. As a bowler, you do not care. He cared. He's livid with himself, Dan Christian. He's not. At the moment, India are on their way.
Nicely, Bajupa.
Beautifully bowled once again.
The coach is warming up, ready to just go up the M1, M6, A38, parked outside Edgbaston. And if you're in the area or you're on the website, buy some tickets. It's going to be a special event tomorrow, the final.
Bowled really well. And if anything, you should actually go and have a word with Harbhajan.
कौन जीता है? अली तो क्या फटाफट करवा देंगे।